nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Right.
Alright. Beryl, you are a Yusoki bounty hunter,
Mm-hmm.
operating upon the planet called Lothun.
Lothun.
Lothun. It's a gas planet in the Versite solar system. Vercite.
Sorry, what's that again?
Vercite. The Versite system.
Okay.
You haven't been hunting for a long time, but you have been hunting with a partner. Her name is Kiva,
Okay.
and she's also a Yusoki as well. Both of you have been working together for a little over a year. And in terms of being a female Yusoki, she's actually somewhat attractive for her race. By both your standards and some of the other body.
Okay, perfect.
If you're into being a furry.
I said, trying to think of any sexy mouse cartoons. I cannot recall any, but
Any at all.
maybe there's one in The Great Mouse Detective, but I haven't seen that in a long time.
Is there one on Chippendale? I can't
There's like I think there's a female chipmunk, but she looks just like them because they all look the same.
Anyways,
Whoa.
I can say that. I can say that.
she has a darker fur spot over her right eye, and light brown to reddish fur in general, and a shorter tail. She, like you, also has a distant relationship with her father and raised by her mother. Her father also works in the medical field,
Interesting.
but her father works in neurochemistry, and due to his work, was never really home and ended up divorcing as well.
Is he into alchemy?
You're not sure. You never really met the man.
Okay. Gotcha.
Your father worked in immunology. It's of any importance to you.
I don't think Beryl was very interested in medicine.
But you guys haven't gotten any big-time outlaws since you've been working together as bounty hunters. It's mostly been small cases. Those that had missed court dates or repossessing vehicles from those that haven't paid off the payments, or small-time drug offenders, whether they sold or took illegal drugs.
Right.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You worked within a private sector of the law. You didn't really work under law enforcement, but you did adhere to some of the rules more like a private investigator.
Okay.
You built a small firm by yourself, and after its creation, Kiva took interest in the business and eventually became your partner. Business, however, had not been the busiest. Life on Lothun was difficult, and not many of the living reside upon the planet itself anymore. The atmosphere is thick and toxic to breathe. Each city is a floating citadel covered by a protective shield from outside forces. But even then, corporate greed takes most of the clean air that is recycled within the citadel. Or usually end up dying off from uninhabitable conditions within the cities, and most activity that is found is of its technological experiments on the city itself that have kind of gone wrong.
Okay.
A few cities have actually fallen silent, sentient machines, either propelling the inhabitants out or killing them off and assimilating them into their own machine minds.
Oh, perfect.
A sight that is abhorrent and a deep fear of yours.
Absolutely. I always keep one. Always keep one bullet just for myself. I ain't gonna be a part of a machine.
Before you set up your investigative firm, you had a run-in with some of the machines that decided upon the thing. You won a contract for someone that had been selling pretty exclusive drugs to some of the slums. It's a drug called Devil's Heart. It's an extremely addictive drug that if you do not use continuously, causes death 100% of the time.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
So once you're hooked.
Once you're hooked, you're good.
Best kind of drug.
It's like an iron lung, but in pill form.
Excellent.
It's a drug that provides several benefits, but none outweigh the cost.
Crazy. Is it expensive?
Yes, it's very expensive.
That's all good drugs are.
Yeah. Designer drugs, Yeah, if you stop taking this one, it'll kill you.
Along this particular hunt, you ran into several mechanical abominations, and you had a very close call with being made whole between them. But you have since repressed those memories. Since it was getting too dangerous to keep going alone, you needed help, and the streets were filled with more and more machinations, either by self-replication or organic assimilation. The bigwigs seemed unconcerned as the population kept dwindling. They had their money, their air, and their expensive penthouse. But soon they were forced to leave themselves as the machines became more self-aware, as the awakening occurred.
Okay.
The awakening was the process in which machines broke their own code and became self-aware. Some say they even gained souls, as the organics that had been captured were used as a focal point of their transition. The planet Luthun soon became hostile. The machines gained more forces and band together to form an army. They call themselves now the Android Parallel Revolution Integration League, or April.
Nice.
I know June related.
Wait a minute.
They have become an extremist group of machines with the sole intent of eradicating bioorganisms, and their symbol is a mechanical human skull with cogs for eyes and 6 cables extending from the back of the skull outward.
So it's mechanical hydro symbol. Sick.
What's the what does April stand for again?
Android Parallel
Android Parallel.
Revolution Integration League.
Okay.
Josh.
You and Kiva both made it off-world before the collapse of Luthun, and several other Howlers made it as well, and sent distress calls to the Hellion Imperium, knowing their hatred for machine life. As the Imperium arrived, they decimated the planet with hailfire.
Kill.
Nothing withstood the power of the Imperium, and it was hard to say that anything could have survived on the planet thereafter. You and Kiva traveled to Akaton to live in the underground cities. Akaton spelled A-K-I-T-O-N.
A-K-T-I-O-N.
A-K-I-T-O-N.
AKTI. Action.
Akaton. Akaton. The outside air is thin, and underground isn't much better. Reminds you a little bit of Luthun itself. It's cramped, it's hot, and crime has been a major issue. But ever since coming here, it's been hard to get your feet planted in bounty business.
What are you doing? Living on Necromunda?
Local law enforcement is minimal, and the jails that they do have are almost always full. Most criminals either walk away free, get handed to the Imperium if they're a big enough threat to them, or get killed in crossfire from vigilantes or other gang groups. Most folk here are also pretty poor. What you get paid for barely makes the minimum need to survive.
Okay.
You set your back up your business working out of your 8th floor apartment, and Kiva now is mostly kept at clerical tasks.
Okay.
Answering phones, keeping clients updated, managing filing bills. There hasn't really been a case as of late that has required more than one person on the job.
Keep sending the bills back because I think they're for someone else. It clearly says bill.
Sure, you have a bill here. No, I don't.
No. I'm Beryl. I couldn't stand the mix-up, but take it away. Bye-bye.
You could dip your feet in deeper waters, but that creates too much risk, and you have flashbacks of getting in too deep on the food, and it has haunted you ever since. Another issue that has arrived, keeping you from going out too much, is the reoccurring dreams that you've been having ever since you left. More like nightmares. They keep you from sleeping and even more have been draining you for weeks. Eva has been starting to notice, but you're not one to talk about them. The dreams do have variances, but always start and end basically the same. Usually, they start out on a green planet, lush trees and vegetation all around. Eva is next to you on a bench. You both talk for a while and enjoy each other's company. A shooting star crosses overhead, and you look towards it for a mere moment. In that moment, you feel a warm splash of liquid on the side of your face. As you look down and over to Kiva, her blood is splattered across you on the bench as she's been torn in half.
Oh my. Oh wow.
Her upper body looking at you, mouth agape, skin half torn off, revealing machine underneath. Her inside sprawled on the bench, intertwined with wiring, sparking and burning the connective tissues. Kiva suddenly springs to life and begins to choke you, asking you why you didn't help her, bloody tears running down her eyes. She pounds her head on the bench, and the wires surrounding her begin to latch. Feel it piercing into your body. You feel pain, fear, and you can hear Kiva's screams of anguish as you then wake up with your head pounding and tail throbbing. That's rats don't sweat.
We don't.
No, you don't.
Roll on some mud.
I think you'll like paint, right?
I probably.
Most of your heat is expelled through the tail.
Oh, interesting.
Take this one.
Tails.
Yeah.
After you
Oh, I got
wake
the
up,
meat flick going on.
After you wake up, it's usually hard to hold in your stomach afterwards, and you feel your head as if your brain is splitting in half. You take some pain meds to make it go away and lie awake the rest of the night. As morning approaches, you reluctantly get out of your bed as you can hear the morning rush starting to pick up outside your window. You can smell something cooking outside your room as well. Get up, get dressed, and head into the main room of the small apartment. You come into the main room, which contains a small dining room and very cramped kitchen. You also have a setup of a small entertainment space, and Kiva's desk is next to a small console and her headpiece for answering calls. Although it's been, again, pretty slow lately, there's already a small amount of dust accumulating on her desk. You see Kiva herself sitting down and eating breakfast while panning through a news hologram. There's also a plate for you with a portion of pan-fried hashakuyak.
Which is.
It is a type of fat, almost like bacon, but hashikayak is like a fatty rhino-looking creature.
Okay.
It has 6 legs, however, 6 eyes. It has like the rhino's snout, but for a mouth it has like almost tendrils.
It's a rhino spider.
It's a rhino spider, illithid thing.
I hate it.
Love it.
But they're raised for their body fat and milk and stuff.
Okay.
There's also a small plate of apari grubs sitting next to it. They're fried insect grubs that are kind of like cheese poppers. They have like the consistency of like a creamy inside and a crunchy inside.
Okay.
There's also a mug of a hot liquid sitting next to it, presumably filled with tika, a bitter, dry, and dark red liquid made from Akatum tea leek roots. The roots are dry and harvested on Akatum and produce an energizing drink depending on the time it's harvested.
Okay.
But Kiva notices you enter and looks up at you with a curious look. You look like a train ran over you during the night. You good?
That is another nightmare. You know how it goes. It's no problem. I just need a little pick me up. And I grab the tika. Take a big old swig.
Yeah, there's food for you here if you're up for it. You mind telling me what's going on though? Last few days you haven't showered, slept, or even taken a case. And yeah, I know you've been trouble sleeping. Can hear you from the other room. It's not hard to figure. You sure you're alright with the night net?
Yeah, but yeah, it's like a big deal, you know. It's just yeah. Lothun was not. Still kind of comes back to me sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're good here. We're good on Akathon. This is a nice place. We got our own place. We got a business. And, it's...
Maybe we can agree to disagree for now, but we'll figure it out, maybe. Hopefully.
I got some things in the works. I got things in the works right now. They just give it a little time. We're gonna move up. We're gonna be on the 9th floor before you know it.
That's what you've been telling me for some time now. At first I started to believe you, but I don't know anymore.
Listen, I know I haven't exactly been myself lately. But I'm trying. Trying hard. I'm gonna get us moving up here. All right. I got some plans. I got some jobs coming up. Things are gonna be big. I think that we're gonna have some things, some real cash, some real creds flowing in. I'm telling you. Just hold on for a little bit longer.
Alright. Yeah, I believe you. And after we eat, I think you should shower and pick your feet up. Not that I don't think you smell, I don't mind it, or I mean, you haven't.
Not that you don't think I
think you should shower, but we've just had a couple of clients asking for services that I'd like to talk to you about and maybe meet after. So if you could maybe clean yourself up a little bit.
All right, I'll take a quick schwitz.
You sit down and eat the rest of your
Yeah.
meal. And if you want water,
These cheese
it's
grubs are freaking fun.
like snapping your mouth.
Pretty much.
I do love me some insects.
Akaton is a very dry desert land, so water is pretty scarce. In your kitchen itself, if you wanted like a glass of water, it takes credits to pour a cup.
Awesome. Just gonna slide my slide my card, my cred stick, and get it in an 8-ounce cup of water.
Yeah, filtered water is 5 credits and 8 ounce pour.
Okay.
There is a tap for recycled water from the apartment complex, but it's usually brown, overly chemical, and has the smell and slight taste of metal and sweat socks.
I love it.
The apartment's filtration system is not very well maintained. And showers also use the same system, recycled water or fresh, that costs 1.5 credits for every liter of water used. So, an average shower uses about 65 liters, so it's about 98 credits.
98 credits to take a freshwater
To
shower.
take a freshwater shower, otherwise you can use the stinky socks.
Yeah, that's my hard work, bud.
And how much is the sticky sock water?
That's free. It's just
Oh, okay.
recycled water.
Yeah.
Right.
If you just want a little quick rinse.
Didn't even have the credits for a shower.
It's just like,
Yeah, I'll take a shower.
Sniper's work.
Sniper's super worth it.
Hanging up on your man.
Like, look at
I
that.
can't wait to use that
Yeah,
one day.
my pride and glory.
Send me back a month's rent. Man, glad.
I'll get her.
Probably like 2 months, right?
Daydreams of shooting a clank. Ow.
Yeah, man, them clankers.
Goddamn clinks. So yeah, I guess I do like I pay for the fresh water, but I'm gonna take like the turn on, turn off again, like type thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, like it rinse down real fast, and then shut it off. Scrub down and rinse, shut it off. So I don't know how much that saves me, but I only have 65 creds, so
You only use about maybe 20.
okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Effective.
During your peaceful shower, as you finish up and as you're stepping out, you get really lightheaded. You lose your vision for a little while. You feel like you fall for a minute as everything's consumed in like a black visage. And you don't stop falling. You continue to fall for a few moments until you splash into a dark water-like liquid. You try to swim, but nothing is in this area. It's all void space. It's completely dark, and you can feel this liquid surrounding you. It's somewhat viscous, unlike water.
Is anybody there? Anybody?
And after a few moments of swimming, you are grabbed on by something on your leg and yanked and dragged under the water. You topple end over end, and finally being expelled out, you land on what seems like land, still void all around you. The floor is wet, creates ripples every step, but it's extremely quiet, and every step is echoed throughout whatever this plane is. There's a light in the distance.
Hello?
You call out, but
Anybody there? Alright, I start just, yeah, I get on all fours and I'm like running towards the light.
You run towards the light and you come up to what appears to be like a large computer with a console sitting into the room. A blank screen with nothing on it, with a flashing white line as if ready for an input.
Have you gotten to the 2020?
However, the console is pretty beat up. Its control panel zaps and sparks as it has been bashed in and slashed apart by something large and sharp. Its front panels have been torn open, and from within flows cables and wires spilling out into the watery ground. And it doesn't look like there's a way to interact with the console itself, yet you feel it has some information left within. After a few moments of looking over this console, you hear a digitized scream off in the distance, followed by the sound of metal hitting water and concrete as words flash up on the screen. The words, don't mind the noise. It's just a phantom, nothing more.
I mind the noise. I'm looking around.
And as you look around, the words mind the noise turns red on the screen.
You do want me to mind.
As it flashes away, it lights up again. As words fall across, it doesn't want to hurt you, but want to hurt you is in red.
What's that? What? You're giving me mixed signals here, Peter.
You look and nothing is there, but you can hear the digitized screams getting louder, louder, scraping across the floor. You almost see sparks in the far distance.
What do I do? What do I do?
A low baritone voice saying your name specifically, and more text appears in the console. Don't fear what's coming, as fear what's coming is in red. It's dark and you're afraid.
It is dark and I am afraid.
Devils come out at night, all in red.
Okay.
That's helpful.
This
In the distance, you see a set of red glowing eyes, sparks shooting off from something dragging in the shallow water. And you feel as if you can't move. You try and look around. The console's cables have actually wrapped around your feet and noticeably begin to grip harder as it holds you in place. As the words again appear on the screen, let's make this easy, in red. No need for sleep tonight. Dreams are overrated, in red as well.
Let me sleep.
It's just a trick of your own mind. But your own mind isn't red.
Let me out.
Just a ghost inside your head. It's red inside your head.
Ghost of the shell.
Don't fear your fate, it soon arrives. Fear your fate, and soon arrives for red. You'll be with us very soon, all in red. No one's there, you're paranoid.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You oil leaking motherfuckers.
The console cuts to static and you feel a bump behind your neck. As you turn to see the side of a horrific beast's head, it's a face reminiscent of the shape of your own, but its skin's fur has been peeled away, back, and revealing bone and metal underneath. Gnarly teeth protrude from the inside of its mouth as the tongue hangs off the side. has long black hair and one eyeball peeking out directly at you to the side. It lets out a horrendous breath and scream. Deep from within its screech, you hear a cacophony of voice saying both your name, help us, die, you're next, join us, leave. You then feel a sharp pain piercing in the back of your head, and you now lie awake on the floor of your shower, breathing heavy, not knowing how much time it's passed.
Did I leave the water?
I mean, was it the free shower?
Yes. No, it was not the free
I, I need to be clean for this client meeting.
You slowly get up and turn off the water.
Oh, fuck.
The gauge says 10 minutes have passed since the water was on.
Okay, that's not it's per liter.
Yeah, it's per liter.
So that's 10 liters?
10 minutes?
10 minutes per liter?
10 minutes per.
No. The price is per liter.
Price is
so
per liter.
Right.
However
But
many
it's-
liters in
For about
a
a 20-minute shower, it's like 90 minutes.
So there's an additional, like, 45. That is all the credits that I have. I am now...
Yeah, can you hit him with a fuck yourself charge? You know, because he overdrawn on his account. Yeah.
Oh, no. No, that's literally... I'm now to 0.
Eva knocks on your door. Are you alright?
Just give me a second, I'll be out.
I heard something drop to the floor. Are you okay?
Yeah,
This is my balls.
the shower rod just fell. I got it.
Alright. I have a couple people on the phone here asking for you.
I'll be right out. Just give me a moment.
Alright.
I was waiting for it to fuck, it's a shower rock.
You can't afford curtains.
You, what are you
She
doing?
kind of knocks on the door itself again. Just so you're aware, one is Mrs. Riviera again. She thinks your ex is trying to harass her, or she thinks her ex is trying to harass her again. And the other, I know you haven't been wanting to do it, but I thought I'd bring it up again. It is good money, and I think it would be easily handled. It's the Citadel job. As she says, the Citadel job. You remember what its description was. Friend of Kiva had come to you, willing to pay a good amount of credits for a couple of fugitives from the Hellion Imperium, possibly under the protection of a man named Tenno, one of the Kusagari clan's head honchos. They smuggle weapons, drugs, and control quite a few cities embedded within Akaton as well. Kiva's informant has located two of the fugitives staying at a safe house within the Grav train yard, controlled by the Kusagari clan nearby. The reason, though, was the Imperium would not arrest them personally because of their relationship with the Kusagari. They supply them with resources but don't want to break their bond. The client is willing to pay big bucks for their quick arrest. It has listed their descriptions that they're armed and dangerous, and has also listed that they are both brother and sister, and also Kasatha. They've
That's
stolen,
4-armed people, right?
they have stolen valuable information from the Imperium. The client is willing to pay a good amount of money for them. Kiva trusts the client since he's somewhat of a closer friend.
I don't like this guy.
But the client needs the fugitives taken to a Citadel ship coming to Akaton in order for you to get paid. You've heard of Kiva speak of this job multiple times and turned it down each time. From what you can gather, it's probably too dangerous. The Brow train yard is very well guarded. Crossing the Kusagari is not really a good idea. And Kiva's informant, although you trust Kiva yourself, you don't really trust the client. They haven't really shared any personal information about you with them, just that they're paying a lot of credits, which could be too good to be true. You've had bad thoughts about anything happening to Kiva and to you, and you think your team is capable, but you've had second thoughts. She does tell you through the door to your bathroom that she brings up that the client is willing to meet up with you to discuss terms to gain trust to do the job if it makes a difference.
I'll meet with them, okay? I'll talk to him, we'll see what we can do, but I'm telling you now, I don't think I'm gonna take it, alright? They're just, they don't,
Yeah. I thought
I'll meet with him, but I'm not promising you anything. Okay?
Okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know. Yes. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I get out of the shower and put on my clothes.
Yeah.
Get on my little pants.
All right.
And
and I turned
and
it
then
off.
yeah, and I'll just grab my gear and head out into the living room.
You gather up yourself and your gear, whole rifle. Can't use.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
As far as I'm concerned, the Imperium wants me to do this job, so they don't have to. And if I get caught, the Imperium's gonna throw me to the wolves. They don't want to know. They don't want anybody to know that they were involved. Okay, that's the way it sounds like to me.
Wouldn't they throw you to the cats?
To the what?
The cats?
I suppose they would. They'll throw me to the cats.
Khajiit has worse. You get silky bones.
So yeah, I get all my stuff gathered and I step out and I speak to Kiva. Who was the other job for?
It was for Mrs. Riviera.
Riviera. Mrs. Riviera thinks that her ex is stalking her again.
That's what she claims, but you know how she is. She's very paranoid about some of these things.
I know, but maybe it'd be good money. I mean, obviously not as good
They all
as the
know.
Imperium job, but
Like, we should take the Imperium job. From what it sounds, we'll get a lot of credits.
do you trust? The Imperium does not give a damn
The
about
Imperium
two rats
loves
living in
you.
slums on a desert world that everyone's forgot about.
The
But it's not the
Imperium loves you.
Imperium that's hiring us. Specifically, it's the client.
All right, give him a call. Tell him that I'll meet him in an hour downtown.
Alright. Let him know.
Thank you.
Calls him up. Lets him know. You'll meet him in an hour. Kind of get yourself ready, and she asks you if you want her to go with you as well.
I don't know. I think it'd probably be best if you stay and just in case anybody calls, in case anyone needs
I can
us.
take the piece on the go.
I mean, yeah. I suppose you could do that. That is an option.
We have been in a fight together. If that's happened, I don't think it will. But
I would rather that it not. I would. It might just be better if you stay behind. Just in case. Just in case it's dangerous. We don't know. I mean, you know this guy.
I do know this guy. I feel like if I came along, it would help maybe better relations between you and him.
Okay. You can come along, but you stay close. You stay close. You only my sight.
Okay.
All right.
You both gather yourselves up, start heading out. You head downtown to your guys' meetup point, and you guys wait for a couple of minutes as a hovercraft comes nearby from what you guess to be the client pops out. He comes up to you and pulls back his foot a little bit, comes up to you guys. The man itself is another bipedal, but he looks more. He's also furry as well, but he has more of a wolf furry head. He has kind of a scar coming down his right side and a couple scars on his arms and burn marks on his arms. He has some patches of black hair also as well. He comes up to you. Hello, Kiva. Good to see you. I've heard of you as well, Mr. Barrel.
Mr. Darrelson. Barrel Darrelson.
Mr. Darrows. My name is Zaki.
Zaki?
Zaki.
It's good to meet you. I understand that you're looking to hire a professional.
Yes, I would like to, and I'm willing to pay quite a few credits.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I like the sound of that. Why don't we talk, what do you got going on?
Well,
Dog shop.
from what I've relayed to Kiva here, I've been working with with and around the Kusagari to try and find fugitives for the Imperium. They have set up in a nearby grav train yard and safe houses there. And I would like for you both to try and get in as quiet as you can and capture these fugitives. If quiet as you can. I mean, I don't want any sort of bad relationships with as well. And if you do manage to get caught, I will let you guys aren't within the crossfire of the Kusagari and the Imperium. I will make sure that it was me that way you guys aren't being thrown under the train.
Okay, why can't the Imperium speak to the Kusagari about handing these guys over?
The Imperium thinks they're too good for it. They don't want us to speak because they feel as if the Kusagari are too low for them, but they also want fugitives. It's very back and forth. It's not going anywhere for either.
And I need to bring these guys back in alive?
Alive would be preferable. We would get more money for it.
Okay.
We're thinking in the ballpark of around 50,000 credits.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of showers.
And you can buy a
And clean water.
big gun, and you can get that one key thing, you know?
Alright. You know what? I've considered it, and, it's a little bit low, but I'll take it.
I think you're lowballing me, but yeah.
You know, I get, in this economy, I understand. So, you know what? I'll look into it. What do we know about these two fugitives here?
Well, we know that they're armed and dangerous. They're quick-witted, and one might possibly have either kinetic or temporal abilities.
Okay, I understand they are siblings, brother and sister, is that correct?
From what we know, yes.
Lashunta?
No, stop.
Kasala. Yeah, that's right. That's what I meant. You all look the same to me.
The forearmed guys?
Yeah, the forearm.
Pretty much if we're not a rat person, we're just organic or non-organic.
Listen, all you Nakies look the same to me. Sanakis, yeah, you know.
I would like to point out the dwarves are rather fuzzy.
Yeah, you're like a half hairball.
Yeah, you're like baldy.
One possibly a warlock or summoner of some sort.
We're not sure if it's a warlock or some sort of mystic with psychonetic or temporal activities.
Okay.
They are dangerous.
Will they be accompanied by other crew members?
As far as we know, it's just the two, but the Kusagari are also guarding the safe house.
Okay.
They might run into them.
Very well.
Drinks in the fridge.
And you said that they spend the most of their time down at the rail yard,
Yeah, the grab trainer.
the grab train yard. Who is allowed to enter into this grab train yard? Just Kusagari members?
Mostly, yes.
Okay. What do I know of the Kusagari? Are they any particular race? Do they have like a symbol or something?
Make a culture or life science check.
So I rolled a 13 for culture.
Culture. Okay. You know that the Kusagari clan is mostly considered or comprised of a creature called Demai.
Okay.
They're an underground race akin to like what Drow would be to elves. They are that akin to humans. They're gray skinned, they look similar to humans, but they have Usually they generally have markings on the foreheads,
Okay.
but depending on the clan that they're actually within their own races. But yeah, they're grayer skin. They have darker hair. They're somewhat tall and slender, and closely like what humans can be.
Okay.
But they have innate psychic abilities.
All right. Well, I'll take the job. Normally, I require a 10% deposit on jobs like this, but for you, I'll do 5%.
I can do that.
All right.
Gain what, 500 credits?
This was a $50,000 job.
It's 5%.
2,500.
25. All right, I can make it.
Okay. So, does he transfer me the credits?
Yeah, just gives you credits too.
Okay. And then, all right, I will begin my investigations. See what I can't find out. I'll reach out to you at this time tomorrow. Let you know how far I've gotten.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah, cave people.
Quicker the better.
Of course. So yeah, I guess at this point I know where they should be, which is at the train station, the Grab train station.
Yep.
And let's see here. I'm guessing I'm gonna want.
Be so loud.
Can you do that closer to the mic?
So I, at this point, am going to head to. I'm gonna try and head to a bar where I know that Demai like to hang out. To see if I can't gather some information, some intel that might allow me to get close to these two individuals.
Before you head off to do this, again, Zaki thanks you for taking the job. Eva also thanks him back and thanks you as well. Before you start heading off towards this possible bar, as Zaki is walking away back towards his transportation, you look over to Kiva, and you see her form change for an instant to a horrific image of her bisected body, peeled robotic face, like what you saw on the bench earlier. You hear her say your name in a deep demonic voice, and then the image then shifts back to normal.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you say something?
She looks up to you and says your name again, because she looks at you like you were drifted off and she was asking a question.
Yeah, so I head down to the Demai part of town and start, looking for some shady bars where I know some Kusagari might be hanging out.
Make your perception check.
Okay.
Since investigation does not exist in this game, it's all perception.
It's just all
Yeah,
perception.
'cause nobody investigates shit.
7.
7.
You're doing great.
You're not super familiar with the Kusagari themselves. You head to some local bars, and you kind of hop from one to another.
Did he tell me the targets' names?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
You'll know him.
I mean, the two Kasathans are probably going to stick out like a sore thumb. So,
At least one has a robotic arm.
okay. If one's doing magic, I'll know.
You'll know. But yeah, you head to a couple of bars here and there and try and discreetly kind of ask around, but nothing really pops out all that much.
Okay.
The general information that you get is the Kusagari tend to keep to themselves, and if they were to hit up a bar, it would be in their own territory.
Okay, gotcha.
Just not with my character does in this campaign. My second one is Dwayne the Spock Johnson.
Dwayne the Spock Johnson. Okay. So, we leave the last bar that we go to.
Holds up his hand, crushes around.
Yeah. Come in peace.
I gotta stop smoking.
You smoke
Oh yeah, barrel chain smokes.
Beverly James.
It's literally barreling out of them.
What's your favorite pack color?
Fucking cancer sticks.
Whichever one has the advertisement of against robots.
Yeah, not made in robotic factories. Or the cheapest.
Human made.
Human.
Organic.
Organic.
Organic certified. No,
FDA approved.
They're the
no synthetic
mouse sticks.
sticks.
Mouse sticks. Those are my favorites.
Perfectly sized for pet.
There's a little.
You can get just in those cheap pouches.
The fuzzy strikes.
Yeah, I imagine if you dipped, it'd just be the whole can at once in your cheek pouch.
No, I just keep a couple cans in
A
there.
couple in there.
Open them up.
Yeah, crack them open.
Yeah, I smoke fuzzy strikes. The number one recommended cigarette by doctors.
We've gone full circle.
Even though my dad's doctor.
By this point, I imagine we cured cancer. Everybody's smoking.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Just take a pill. No cancer.
This one cures cancer.
Yeah.
Your lungs black, change it out.
Let's get them replaced. I don't see what the deal is. Anyways, also, I'm poor, so I can't afford to do that. So I may die. And compared to living on Hackathon, that might be a blessing. Anyways, now that we have, apparently we're not getting anywhere here, so I guess I'll start making my way to the grav train yard. Kiva, I think you should probably just go back to the office. I'll take this one on my own.
Are you sure? I could be of help to you.
Yeah, I'll be fine. You know me. I'm a sneaky little guy. I'm slick and slidey, and they won't even see me.
Sure,
Make a whatever the persuasion diplomacy check.
Perfect. I have a -1 today.
Perfect.
Oh, 18.
18. All right. You convince her well enough to get back to the apartment. She gives out a big sigh, and before she leaves, she hugs you.
I hug her back. Alright, I'll see you. I'll see you tonight. I just gotta go do a little quick investigation, and if things get too hot, I can always come back. You know,
Please make it back.
I'll make it back. Never not made it back before.
That's true.
There's always a first. Anyways,
You're really all I have left. So please make it back.
don't worry about Beryl. Beryl always be back. That's what they call it.
They're all right back.
Oh man, I am not in a good mood.
Your tail gets visibly red.
You're not very good at the business, so this checks out.
She kisses you on the cheek and leaves back to the apartment.
Thanks.
Okay.
You just kind of stand there by yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Alright, time to go to the grab train, yo. So I hop on the next, bus or whatever they got going on down
Here's a
here.
bus.
Yeah, get on the bus and head to that part of town.
You get to the bus, and before you get on, it's a 1 credit to get on the bus.
I pay it.
Pay the credit.
Pay the
Hop on the
credit.
bus.
Good thing you got that at the bottom of it.
Yeah, say I was straight up $0.
Broke.
Absolutely broke.
You literally passed out in the shower and you had to,
woke up broke.
and you had to file bankruptcy.
You ever just wake up broke?
I did.
I did today.
It's like the feeling of you got paid, and then you check it like 2 hours later in the
Bill.
Yeah, so you get paid on the same day that rent is due.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there it is. In and out. In and out. All right. Well,
That's South Park skit. And it's gone.
And just got pretty much.
Pretty much. Alright, so you head to the grab train yard by yourself. It is nighttime by this point. It's probably around midnight, 1 a.m.-ish in Terran times.
okay.
There's not really day or night in Akaton since it's underground. You should feel more tired.
Sleeping.
There is like a dimmer setting on like the overhead lights that they do have. So it is dimmer out, but it's
Pitch black.
Yeah.
Okay.
not. You head to the grab chain yard on one of the more sides that you would think would be not as guarded.
Mhm.
There is a electrified wire fence with barbed wire over the top. But as far as you can tell, there's not going to be any guards. There is a guard tower off in a little distance, kind of shining its light here and there, but it's decently out of your way.
Is that guard tower inside the train yard?
It's on the inside, just on the inside of the fence.
Okay. Are there any like buildings nearby that I could climb up on top of to get get my sniper rifle out and kind of
Make a perception.
Okay.
9?
Yeah.
There are some smaller buildings nearby, and like one larger one that's a little ways away that you think might be a good place to maybe set up, but it's more of a building that you need like a keypad or like code access to get into.
Okay.
So you're not sure if that would work.
Okay. I want to walk the length of the fence and see if there's any like spots where I could maybe, I don't know, like a pole, like I can hop over, or maybe there's like a gap in the fence or anything like that.
You walk for a little bit, and you do notice that there is sort of a place in the fence where there is a little bit of like more damage, like as if like a car, like a nearby car has at some point scraped the side of it and continued on, so it's a little bit more rusted, more damage.
Okay. Is there like any? So there's probably no plants or anything like that around it. Is there? Okay. Is there any debris, like just pieces of garbage?
Yeah.
I grab a piece of garbage, like a piece of paper or something like that, and I throw it into the fence to see if this section's still electrified.
You take the piece of paper and you throw it in the fence, and nothing happens to the paper.
Okay.
It just
So at this point, I touch the fence with my hand.
okay. Make 4 juice.
Okay, it is still alive.
As you touch it, yeah.
10.
10. Before reaching and touching the actual fence, you do feel like the ionization around the fence itself. Your hairs kind of stick towards it.
Okay. Okay, that is
Imagine if you got below 10.
that is no go.
Paper wasn't really grounded. So.
So I'm not grounded. Yeah.
You jump off the fence.
No. I mean, Barrel's got like a +1 to his intelligence, so I think he's smart enough to know that would not work. So I stand there looking at it. Oh man.
You might be able to cut it with some sort of tools.
I don't need tools.
It's poor.
I can't afford tools. You only have tools.
Sniper's the only tool.
This right here, this is the tool. Just blast several times, just cutting a hole. No. Okay.
You make an intelligence check.
Sure. Let's make an intelligence check. Like just physical science.
Just your intelligence.
Okay. And that is a 10.
10. Well, you don't know how far the fence extends into the ground, but it is dirt around the area. And rats are generally good at burrowing, maybe.
This is my time. I start digging. I dig like mad, and I get about I go about 3 feet down, and then I'll start digging over.
Okay, make an athletics check. This kid.
Are your teeth like the same strength as like an actual rat's teeth? If given enough time, could you chew through a steel door?
I was thinking I could chew through this fence if it wasn't electric.
Yeah.
That was my plan. That was what I was gonna do.
You went to go bite it, you're like, nope.
Yeah, like, that's not good.
Hair sticks up.
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay. It takes you a good little bit to get that far. Make a stealth check.
If we get stuck at a point in this campaign, we have to wait for him to chew through something. Oh my god. Like, no, we don't have a blowtorch? Oh, we'll just use rat teeth then. Rat teeth. And like, look, it doesn't work. I have to feel like I'm gonna die.
14.
14. Okay. You do notice there's a troll nearby, so you stop digging for a little bit. As you kind of wait for them to pass, digging a little bit more. You get to about 3 feet down. Check to see if there is fence below here, and there isn't really in this section. There's not really anything.
Perfect. Start digging horizontal. I'm gonna dig under the fence.
Make another reflection.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Doesn't take you too long. You start shoveling it out off the street behind you, and you pop up onto the other side. You can feel the buzzing of the fence as you move underneath.
Ooh, a little static there. Right, so I climb on out and I like run for the nearest cover that I can find.
Make another stealth check.
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, you run to the nearest train that's in the yard. It's like an open cargo train. You move in and move inside of it, and make a perception check.
9.
9. There are several other trains in the vicinity as well, and you do see some moving patrols within the vicinity too. You don't see like the safe house where you are from here, so you might have to get through.
I would like to go make my way towards that watchtower.
Okay.
And see like if there's any way that I can get into it.
You head towards the watchtower, kind of maneuvering around one of the nearby patrols as well. You manage to make it up to the watchtower itself. There is a way inside. It's just a basic door to inside of it, and higher up through some of the metal, you do hear some voices inside.
Okay. I would, if I go up to the door, are the voices like directly inside, or are they higher up in the tower?
Make a perception check.
6.
It's hard to tell. It's thick enough that it just kind of reverberates.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door gently and kind of open it just to see if I can tell if anybody's immediately in the entrance.
You open the door and using your hearing and sense of smell, you try and see and gather if there's anybody on directly on the other side. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're actually up.
Okay, I'm gonna slip inside, shut the door behind myself quickly,
Slip inside and quietly shut the door behind you
Uh-huh.
inside the tower.
and I want to listen to their conversation, see what they're talking about.
Make another perception.
That is a 18.
18. Okay. You kind of, and since it's just stairs that kind of revolve up on the tower itself, you kind of sneakily move along the side and up to try and get a better hearing of what they're saying. And they're kind of just going back and forth between each other, kind of bullshitting for the most part. You do. You do hear them talking about their relationship between the Imperials as well. It's shipments coming in. There's also some money that's being handed between them, some new weapons that are being processed. They also talk about they've got a tip to where somebody might be coming for some people in their clan, maybe in the near future. Just keep on the lookout for it. Make sure your guard's up, kind of thing.
Okay. So there's at least 2 individuals in this tower.
Yeah.
And they're both on the floor above.
Yeah.
Okay. I am, I assume that's like a staircase leading up. Okay. I would like to hide under the staircase and just kind of wait it out until one of them maybe leaves or comes downstairs. Like, I'm just gonna, like, kind of sit in the shadows, begin to make my way up, and I pull out my survival knife.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to just bash him in the head and knock him out.
Okay.
Fucking awesome. 2 ones, so that's a total of 6 damage.
16. Okay.
6.
You take your knife and flip it around, and you crack him in the side of the head and flip it back the other way and crack him in the other side. And he is wearing a helmet of sorts.
God damn it.
They're all wearing a helmet with like what looks to be like a Japanese like demon face mask.
I didn't think I knew 6. You should.
But you crack both in the sides, and he doesn't stumble off the ground. He manages to regain his footing a little bit, but he is shaken. And that was your surprise round, so roll me an initiative just between you.
7?
7. He does get to it first.
Dude, but not good enough.
Good bonus. I mean.
Yeah.
He turns around and looks towards you and starts pulling out his weapon. He pulls out a weapon, and he also pulls out a radio. But that's all he can do for his turn.
Okay. I don't know how combat works in this, so I have a full action, and then what else? I have my move action. And
So for combat, you do have, I guess, a standard action. You can attack. You can do a combat maneuver. You can fight defensively. You can use extra ability. For your movement, you can crawl. You can draw or shoot a weapon. You can move your speed. You can load. It's a swift action. You can change grips or drop prone.
I would like to try to disarm him of the radio.
Okay, so that would be a combat maneuver to disarm.
Okay.
So that would be make a sleight of hand check versus his CMD.
Okay. 13?
13 does not.
Shit. Okay.
So you're trying to reach for his radio. He kind of pulls it back and takes out his gun as well. That's a standard action. So you still have movement or any other action.
Let's see here. Look, I might be fucked.
You got this. I will.
Push
So you can go try
him off the tower.
make an athletics check.
Legs not good, but 15.
15.
So I push him.
You push him. As you try to swipe for the radio, that doesn't work, so you just take your arm and you shove him.
Okay.
As he doesn't quite get his footing from his hammering in his head, he falls off.
I look down. Do people notice?
Make a perception check.
23.
23. You can't really seem to notice many people at this time of night.
Uh-huh.
So there's not anyone in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I want to run down the tower and try and drag the body inside.
Okay. The body's on the other side of the fence, since the tower's really
Oh,
close.
he fell out of the fence. Oh, cool.
It's like tower and then fence.
Okay. At this point, then I am going to set up in the tower with my sniper rifle and try and observe the area for 2 Kasathans.
With the 23%. You use your time and you look around the vicinity. and you do see like a main control building.
Okay.
You don't see a specific safe house in here, but you might be able to gather intel from the control building.
Okay. Going. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the control building.
You did see at the control building itself one person on the top of the building and one outside. You don't know if there's any more inside, but you know there's at least two guarding the building.
My sniper rifle is not silenced, correct? Okay. That will be my next purchase. So yeah, I'm just gonna gonna go to the building.
You run back down the guard tower and start heading towards that building. Make another stealth check as you're trying to maneuver around these patrols that are out here.
29.
29? Okay, good. You deftly maneuver around and find hiding spots under the trains, away from the patrol paths, from where everybody seems to be, and you manage to make it to the control tower itself. Move around one of the staircases that are there, and hide behind it. Because you do see one that's just outside the door, just guarding it, and you do hear footsteps on the top. Let's just go.
Okay. Is that the only entrance?
There are windows that you might be able to use to get in.
Okay. Before I, start prying on these windows, I kind of want to just take a peek inside and see if there's anyone inside.
Make a perception.
10.
10. On the bottom floor here, doesn't look to be anyone at this time of day.
Okay. Then I'd like to take out my knife and try and pop one of the windows and just slide inside.
Make a slide edge.
Okay. 27.
27. You manage to place your blade in and catch it just right on some of the locking mechanisms that's on it. Prop it up.
Okay. And just slip inside.
Slip inside. There's nobody in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it in this first floor? Does it seem like there's any information, or is like the controls on the floor?
It's mainly probably the controls on the second floor. Down here is more of like a boardroom almost, where everybody like there's lockers and everybody meets in here. Like upstairs is where actually everything happens. Down here is like a break room as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs then.
You quietly go upstairs. You look around as well, and you do notice that there are two people inside here.
Okay.
One is at a console, and another one is like looking at cameras.
Oh, there's cameras. Okay. Can I, from where I am, can I look at the cameras and see if I can see any Kasathans on it?
Make a perception.
8.
8. From this distance, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
As he's kind of flipping through some of the screens here and there. Kind of going past you quickly.
Okay. So there is a console, security cameras. Is there anything else in this room?
There is a sort of like a center island with what appears to be like outside communication, like an array there for like holographs and other like movements and stuff. On the table itself, there's a layout of the graph train yard, and there are several red dots on it that are kind of moving across the screen.
Oh, okay. I would.
You do hear like a blip off in the distance as well inside the room here. It's like a small alarm starts going off on the hologram deck.
Okay.
The one that was at the console starts moving over to it to check on it and see what's going
Can I get to the console without being seen?
on. Possibly, yeah. Make a stealth check.
26.
Okay. Yeah, you
Nice, good eye.
definitely scurry over to the console while he's distracted at the table. The other one's looking away. You get to the console itself. There are different screens. None really tell you a whole lot of information, but there is another screen that tells you to input some sort of password.
Let's see here. Can I make a computer check to try and hack it?
Try several different ways to bypass the security, but none of them work. Yeah.
Okay. And it's not giving me any information on the screen.
Not at the moment.
Is there a place I can hide so if somebody, like, comes to the console, like, I can watch them input a password?
There's a nearby, almost like a closet almost, with slits in
Okay. Slip into the closet.
it. Make another stealth check.
21.
21. Right. You slip into it. As the other one finishes checking on the hologram in the center. He hears radio chatter, yells to the other one to come here. And he starts checking in on the radio to see where someone's at. They haven't checked in a while.
I'm assuming they're now becoming aware that the man that I shoved out of the tower is probably...
You gather.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yes.
yeah, they're understanding that he's now missing. Do they seem like they're going to be leaving, or are they just observing this whole thing?
The one that's at the hologram itself, he says that he's going to go check it out, while the other one is going to move through different cameras to try and reel back some info and see what's going on.
Okay, after the one is left, I would like to, same thing, try and sneak out and bash this guy.
Okay. You sneak out. I'll use your 21 as well. You sneak out and go up to this other guy and attack roll.
Yeah, is he also wearing a helmet?
This guy's not.
Okay, I will try to bash him.
This guy's just wearing that.
Okay, that is a 13 to hit.
13 for this guy. Yeah, they're not really armored, so
Okay, so yeah, I hit him. I will make another trick attack. That is a 17.
17 does not beat its
Oh, right, it's 20 plus
yes.
whatever. So, okay, so I don't get the sneak attack damage, but I will get my regular damage. That is 6.
6 points. Yeah. So as he starts to turn towards the screens to try and check them out, you scuttle up to him, just take your blade and whack, crack him in the back of the skull as he
That actually worked. Oh shit! Okay. Drag him over and put him inside the closet, Hitman style. Just close it back up. There you go, rest man.
Of course.
You'll be just fine by the morning. And I get in front of the cameras and begin to flip through them, looking for two Kasathans.
You flip through them, start looking for 2 Kasathans, try and see if there's any information. You do see the one guy running out, getting a few groups of people to head towards the tower to see what happened. You do flip through more, and you see a train coming in, passengers getting off. A few of them being denied themselves, and one is wearing kind of nicer attire, but his face is covered, but his nose does protrude out from underneath his cover. You don't really see any Kasathans. You do check cameras where there seems to be a house of sorts, and you flip through the house itself, and you do see a couple of figures that are hunkered down in the center of the room with bags over their heads.
Oh, okay. They're inside of this house.
Possibly.
Okay. Is there any way I can use? Oh, let's see here. I don't know if it'd be like computers or engineering or something. I'd like to put these cameras on a loop, so that way.
Make a computer check.
Computer. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Everybody hates Chris.
You managed to take some of the feed earlier and just start putting the feed up on the cameras to where they try and work. It takes a few minutes to do it.
Okay.
But you do manage to get a small loop going to give you a little bit of time. Not
Okay.
much, but a little bit of time.
Okay, perfect. And then is there any way like I don't know, do I have like I mean I don't know what would be the version of this, but like a smartphone or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I like transfer the map to that so I have the map with me or no?
Yeah, make an engineering check.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you managed to pull the map off. It's a static map, but it's a map of the train where
Okay.
pull off the computer.
Okay, perfect. I am now I'm gonna exit the building and make my way towards the house.
You exit the building and start making your way to the house. You do notice there's a lot more commotion around. There are more guards coming out patrolling. And some are heading towards the control station from where you are as well. Make another stealth check.
21.
21. Okay. You manage to slip by most of them and start making your way towards where the safe house is, checking around. You start heading in that direction. You get up to the building. There's a door upstairs where that goes inside the building, and then there's an elevator inside. There doesn't seem to be anyone on this first floor here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll enter the first floor and head towards where I saw the hostages being kept, essentially.
They were on the third floor, so you start heading up that way. You use the stairs, the elevator.
I'll use the stairs. I don't want to be shit like just a bunch of people standing there.
Hey.
How's it going?
You make your way up towards the stairs, and as soon as you hit the stairs, you hear a ding on the elevator. People start coming out
Onto the first floor?
on the first floor.
Okay.
You head up
Alright.
the stairs. You get up to the third floor, and there's just a door with like a push bar.
Open it up.
You open it up. Doesn't seem to be anyone in the vicinity right now, but there are several rooms up here. A hallway and several rooms.
Okay. I'll start going door to door, like listening. I'm not gonna open them, but I'm gonna like try and listen, see if I can hear movement or voices or anything like that.
Make perception.
17.
17. You listen throughout some of the doors. About the fourth door from the right where you entered. You head down that way and you look and listen in. You don't look in, but you listen in. There are voices on the other side. Some are saying, like, are they coming? Are they going to make it here? When's this going to happen? Everything's taking too long.
Okay. Now, this conversation that I heard earlier was about like the Imperium making a deal with the with the what are they called?
The Kusagari.
The Kusagari?
Yeah.
That was like there was Imperial staff coming to make a deal with them?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bypass this door and try and check for the others.
You pass up this door and start checking the others. There doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of noise behind them. You do hear some guard patrols in some of these rooms heading towards the elevators inside the part of this building.
Okay.
As they enter, just go down. But other than
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the door that I heard people talking in, and peer inside, see what's going on.
Make a stealth check.
23.
23. You definitely open the door and peer inside. The room seems generally empty as far as you can tell. There are several lockers on the side. Sides. There is like some bedding on the ground, sleeping bags almost on the ground here and there. In the center of the room, there what appears to be two figures sitting side back to back with those faces. They seem to be trying to converse with each other, but they're not moving. They're just kind of conversing back and forth. There's not really anything else in this room.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly... Oh, wait, no. The Lushunta have psychic powers. The Gasothans do not naturally have psychic powers. Okay. But these two figures, I cannot tell what they are, race-wise.
Make a life science check.
Life science. 6.
It's hard to tell. You can't tell.
How many limbs do they have?
They're bigger in form, but with them sitting how they are and binded, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
what they are.
I approach them, but they're bound.
They're
Okay, same. So, looks like you two probably want to get out of here, huh?
They don't respond.
Alright, that's fine. I mean, could be your savior, but if you won't talk to me, that's okay.
Still don't respond.
Okay, come on. Listen. This seems to be a bad predicament for you. Are you two Kasothans or what?
You check and try again, and you hear the same conversation that they had before.
Walk up and pull the hood off of one of them.
Pull the hood off of one of them, and it looks just like some sort of sack, like pillow type thing. And
I've been duped.
You hear the door.
Shit. I run to the door and I'm sure it's locked, right?
You run to the door and you try and pull it and pry it.
Damn it. Okay, there's any windows in this room? No? What's the floor made out of?
Floor looks to be made out of like a ceramic tile, almost.
Stab it with my knife.
Stab it into the ground, and as you stab it, you hear like a sigh off in the corner.
Wheel around and hold my blade out.
You wheel around, you hold your blade out, and you see several figures come out of like what looks to be like a cloaking device.
Oh, motherfucker. Listen, gentlemen, I am in the wrong place. That appears to be obvious. I got turned around. I am not where I belong. I think that it would be best if I went on that way. Wouldn't you agree?
You hear a voice come out from one of them. I think you're exactly where you belong.
I disagree. And for that reason, I am going to leave. And I pray that we never meet again, because
You'll be leaving, but it'll be with us. The man takes off his helmet, and he's wearing like a wolf-like helmet. As he pulls it off, and it looks to be Zaki. As he's staring at you.
You son of a bitch. What is this?
Well, it's a setup, of course.
Obviously, okay? I mean, why? Why me? Why now?
Fall guy.
I'm a poor rat man.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. No one will even notice you're missing.
Eva will, you think she won't ask questions?
I don't think you'll be asking any. We've already had her at her apartment.
Piece of shit. What did you do to her?
Nothing yet, as far as you.
You leave her be. She's innocent, alright? You want to take me down, fine. You leave her be.
She's as innocent as anybody else can be, but I think I'll be keeping her.
Why are you doing this? What are you getting?
I'm getting money, of course. The same money that helped me track you here.
Me?
Oh yes. It was a tracking device, that chip that I gave you.
You knew I was gonna be here anyways.
Plus, it's
Fine. Okay, fine. You got your money. You got me. Now what?
I get paid, you'll deal, you get captured, thrown under the bus. I get to move along my merry way, and you get thrown in a dumpster.
Well, if that's the case, you probably should have taken my gun first. I'll whip it around like a blast.
And I start.
Blast.
No, I
Blast.
saw something here that all credits are traceable.
Oh, it's
That's a 10.
10. 10 does not fit.
Okay.
As you off to the side of him, he pulls out his weapon and points to the other guards and tells them, "Take him. We'll leave him alive for now." And they all pull out their weapons too and just.
I just get tased by like 6 dudes.
Is this actually fake?
Yes, that's fake.
Okay.
And you pass out unconscious.
Okay.
A while later, you wake up. You smell a little bit of burnt fur in the air.
Silver payable to the bearer.
Is there anybody? I observe my surroundings.
You're in your surroundings. It's pretty barren.
Okay.
You are in basically a holding cell. There is a clear buried, and across the way, you do see what appears to be Kiva, just off on the other side, but she does look injured.
Am I bound?
No.
Okay. Get up, Kiva. Kiva, you okay? You alive?
Bang against the barrier, and it's just like force thing, but she doesn't respond.
Can I hear anything, or is the barrier like soundproof?
Make a perception check.
15.
15. You kind of look around and try and hear, and you do see like guards patrolling, but you don't hear their footsteps.
What kind of guards are they? Do they look imperial? Or
The guards themselves are dressed in a black armor that have spikes protruding out from the shoulders and arms. There is a symbol on the armor itself that is a circular symbol, almost like a sun, but instead of the rays of the sun, it looks to be like spears or nails. Protruding. The helmet itself looks to be like an infernal-looking helmet. There's horns coming off from like a slit for a nice
fucking clip clops.
Getting hit clubs.
Hey, let me out of here. Let me talk to somebody.
You try and bang as hard as you can, but you don't feel like your voice is coming through. That is where we will end it for you.